What is going on today, everyone? I hope y'all are having a fantastic day out there, just living your best lives. My name is Kyle, and this is Kyle Does Things. Today, we're going to be talking about what the best way to pay is. Is it cash, debit, or maybe even credit? Make sure to stay tuned till the end of this video to find out. I think we've all heard the saying before that cash is king. And while that might have been the case 20 years ago, in today's society, with digital payments such as Apple Pay, online banking, and even virtual currencies like Bitcoin slowly starting to become the norm, I think we can all agree that our society is shifting into a more digital age. With that, credit is slowly starting to become king, and cash just doesn't have the power that it used to. I'm sure some of you are already commenting down below, use a credit card, you're an idiot. Or the Dave Ramsey fans, if you have to put it on a credit card, you can't afford it. Or maybe even to go as far as to say that credit cards are evil. But hear me out. Let me tell you why you're wrong and why putting all your purchases on a credit card will actually benefit you in the long run. You see, when you hold cash, you're taking on a huge risk. If you buy something and it turns out to be defective, you're out cash. You lose your wallet, you're out cash. You have your wallet stolen. You guessed it, you're out cash. I can't even remember the last time I used cash to buy something within the United States. Although sometimes when I am traveling in underdeveloped countries, cash is still king. And I could make an entire YouTube video for you guys on how to get cash in foreign countries without paying any of those additional fees that some of those tellers charge you. Just make sure to let me know down in the comments. Even though a debit card may mitigate some of those risks, it's still not much better. Anytime you use your debit card, you're giving a merchant direct access to your bank account and your money. That means if you ever lose your debit card or have it stolen, you're giving a thief direct access to your money, your wealth, and your bank account. Although they might not be able to use an ATM without your PIN, don't let that fool you. They could just as easily go buy some expensive electronics and sell them on eBay. Then you're left with the task to prove to your bank that those transactions were fraudulent. Even though most debit cards do offer zero liability fraud protection, you still have to prove that the transaction was fraudulent, which could take days, weeks, possibly even months that you're left without your money. That could be the difference between having the money to pay your rent or not having the money to pay your rent, which is a big deal. You see, when you use a credit card, you're essentially borrowing someone else's money to make a purchase today. Then, as long as you pay that off in full, you'll never pay any interest. This essentially becomes a buffer between your bank account and the merchant. So let's say the merchant accidentally overcharges you and it's gonna take a week to get a refund. That's no big deal for you because you bought it on a credit card and you still have direct access to your money. Or let's say your card's stolen and you used to purchase a $5,000 computer. You aren't out $5,000 cash. You simply call the number on the back of your card, report the fraud, your bank will issue you a new card, wipe the transaction from your statement, so that way you still have access to your money. Then it becomes the bank's responsibility to prove that the charge was fraudulent. I remember last Super Bowl, I saw my Freedom card got charged $200 at a Domino's pizza that was out of state. When I saw that, I just called the number on the back of my card, and within a 5-minute phone call, they were able to reverse the transaction and I still had my money. Another great perk is called purchase protection. Purchase protection will typically last anywhere from 90 to 120 days and will ensure your purchases against any damage or even if it's stolen. If you try buying something with cash and it gets stolen a week later, good luck ever seeing any of that money again. On my Chase Sapphire Reserve, I'm insured up to $50,000 per year for purchase protection. So let's say I went out and bought the new iPhone, which these days run about $1,000. Then 2 months later, I drop it and shatter the screen. Or even worse, it gets stolen. I can file a claim with my credit card company to get a full refund. Or if it's just damaged, the credit card company will pay for the repairs, which is amazing. This should be reason enough to put any large purchases on a credit card to make sure you get that purchase protection. I want to pause for a minute because I know a lot of you guys have been asking about my skincare routine. I'm just messing with you. All the boomers aren't going to get that joke, but if you got the reference, make sure to let me know down in the comments. While purchase protection is nice, it won't help you out if the merchant has a strict no returns policy. That's where return protection comes in. Typically, most credit cards will offer you a return protection from 90 to 120 days from purchase, where if the merchant won't accept your return, the credit card company will accept it on their behalf and refund you your money. This could be especially useful if there's a going out of business sale, or even if you buy something and the item turns out to be defective, but the merchant's throwing a fit and doesn't want to refund your money. While both these perks are nice, they won't help me out if the phone I bought 18 months ago, battery starts to go dead. And let's be honest, after about a year, most phone batteries really just start to go downhill. That's why most phone companies will only offer you a 1-year warranty. But with extended warranty protection, you can get that warranty extended by 1, 2, sometimes even 3 years on your purchases. That means 18 months from the purchase, even though the manufacturer wouldn't cover replacement, Chase will give me a free phone battery replacement just because I used the card to make the purchase. But all those protections don't even come close to my favorite benefit of using credit cards: points. Just put your normal spending that you normally put on a debit card on a credit card and start to rack in those sweet, sweet rewards. From free hotels, free flights, cash back, there's so much more that you can get. It's through doing this that I was able to book a month-long backpacking trip through Europe for the low price of free $99. Sure, I had to pay for food, activities, drinks while I was there, but all my accommodations and flights were, you guessed it, free. This process is called credit card churning, opening up a new credit card, meeting the minimum spend, and getting the sign-up bonus. Even if you only did this 2 times a year, you could essentially get a free vacation anywhere in the world for free. Did I mention free? For no money, free vacation anywhere in the world. I just made a video on how to do this and how I would recommend anyone to get started in this hobby, which I'll link down in the description. I do want to make one thing very clear. You should never pay a cent in interest. Always pay off your credit card balance in full at the end of each and every month. I just treat my credit card as cash, and if I don't have the money in my bank account to directly pay off that credit card, I don't buy it. It's that simple. If you can manage to do this properly, not only will you get all the perks and benefits that come with using a credit card, you'll also see a significant increase in your credit score, which can help you out at any point in your life when you want to get a mortgage or leverage your money in any sort of way. Doing this early and starting to build your credit will be one of the best decisions you ever made in your entire life. But if you lack the self-control to spend money that you don't have, don't use a credit card. Because although the perks and protections might be amazing, not going into debt will far outweigh any benefit that you receive. I personally have a 6-figure credit limit, and I'm sure you could imagine how if one day I decided to max that out, I could ruin my life overnight. Just to be very clear, I don't plan on ever maxing that out, but it does help keep my credit score amazing because my utilization is always under 10%. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully, you're able to see how using a credit card instead of a debit card or cash can reap some serious benefits for you. If this video added any value to your day, all that I ask is that you guys subscribe for new high-quality videos like this every Tuesday and Thursday, and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. I'll see you guys next time.